Just wait on that.
Item number 22, councillors. Maintenance of Kiwi Rail administrated land. Steve. So this is the land that we look after for Kiwi Rail. Angus.
Oh, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Mayor, I'd be delighted to move the recommendation as there. It'll give some certainty going forward for the tidiness of Ashburton Town, and we will have the chance as councillors to work through the final implications in the long-term plan.
Councillor Cameron, you seconding?
I would like to second it and endorse Angus's remarks, because it's long been about...
Angus, you put your light off, please. Start again, Carolyn.
Yes, I would like to second that motion, thank you, and endorse Angus's remarks, because the Kiwi Rail and the land associated with it have been a disgrace for a long time, and it needs tidied up.
Okay, any discussion, debate?
I was
Councillor McMillan.
just going to support the recommendation and say it's just not for Ashburton Town but also Rakaia and Timwold, which is fantastic, so it'll just give everything a real tidy up.
It'll improve our relationship with Kiwi Rail as well. Councillor Wilson?
Hines as well, but there is, in the years past, the JC club planted and cleaned up along the railway line, but I don't know. I think the council already mow, but like through Timwold, so, but it's not on the map. Whether the council has already got permission there, I don't know.
Work through it, Steve.
So just through the chair, the part of the lease that we're trying to enter with Kiwi Rail is to formalise all of those arrangements, whether it be council mowing it or if in Hines it was being done by another group. So that'll be part of the discussion, to bring it all into one document. Just a comment, just to bear in mind, we'd like to base the lease on what we're currently doing without trying to expand it greatly. Otherwise, it's going to have to come back to council with a financial implication. We're currently doing over 6 hectares now with our current budget. So, but that'll be part of the negotiating with them.
Yeah. Councillor Brown.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Steve, in Timwold there's a part there as well, what has never been attended to. I don't think it's railway land. I think it's an Ecan drain with bits and pieces. Is that included in it, or is it still outside of the whole?
Again, through the chair, it will. This will only be on Kiwi Rail owned land, but areas like you're talking about, we're doing a bit of a stock take over the next few months to look at areas that are associated close by that are untidy, and if it's owned by another entity, we'll have a chat to it.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, no further discussion. I'll put the motion. I'm in favour. All in favour, please say aye. It's carried. Item number 23. Appointment of CDEM local controller. Jane, seems reasonably straightforward. Councillor Cameron.
I was going to move the motion.
Okay. Seconder, Councillor Falloon. All in favour, please say aye. Aye. Gets carried. Page 24, standing orders, our rules and regulations. Any questions, Councillor Falloon?
I was just going to move, them being no questions.
Seconded, John.
No, second.
Councillor Brown. Open for discussion. All familiar with that. I'll put the motion. I'm in favour. All in favour, please say aye. Aye. Carried. Audit and Risk Committee membership. Councillor Brown.
I will move the recommendations as it stands.
Councillor Falloon. Second. Light off lane.
Also.
Question. Okay, question. Councillor McMillan on first.
Thank you, and I was going to second it as well, but that's okay. Just wondering, the external appointee, will that just be Murray Harrington again, or does that change?
Through you, Mr. Mayor, it's certainly Murray Harrington currently. He's been appointed and will continue in that role. We just felt that it was more accurate in terms of reference to refer to the fact that it's an external, and if there's a change over time, then we don't have to amend the terms of reference.
Councillor Falloon.
Yeah, I was just going to ask, has Murray been given a copy of the terms of reference for him, if you had any feedback?
No, the answer to that is no. It's a committee of councils, so we've brought it through to you.
Councillor Cameron?
Just a quick question. Committee meetings should be given not less than 5 working days notice of meetings. Is that sort of set in stone, or can that be stretched out a bit? Like a week would be good.
It's actually 2 days, the statutory requirement, so we exceed that by as much as we possibly can. So 5, I think, was considered to be a reasonable time, but we can aim for earlier if we can.
5 working days it is, so which would be 7, taking the weekend. I'll put the motion, if no further discussion, I'll put the motion. All in favour, please say aye. Aye. Carried. Against, carried. 26, delegations manual amendment. Have we got the manual full of it? We'll head that on Stella, no doubt.
There's very few changes to it. It really just reflects so the changes to the delegations manual reflect the governance structure, primarily change.
Right. Councillor Falloon.
I would move if there are no questions.
Councillor Lovett. Rawlinson.
I'll second it.
Open for discussion. Being no discussion, I'll put the motion. All in favour, please say aye. It's carried. Takes us to the Mayor's report. Page. Yeah. Been a busy old 6 weeks. 90, I've counted up 90 different appointments, which I didn't do them all, but the councillors did. Some of them as well, which is beneficial for myself and spreading everyone around into the community. So, Angus, question?
Question is, when are you going to land? While you're giving the answer, I'll move that the Mayor's report be received and congratulate the efforts. Re the safety measures of State Highway 1 have been delayed. The cheese grater, there's no need to be there. What's loosely called the cheese grater. There's no need for that to be there. What we need is a 4-lane highway, and also that discussion in your report about the Regional Land Transport about the compulsory stop between the 2 Rakaia bridges, I think is down to you, Mr. Mayor. Well done. And also just to add that the Canterbury Water Strategy stuff that I put in has actually been passed by majority at the Regional Council meeting last Thursday. We had the Canterbury Water Management Strategy on the Tuesday. I had to have the report done by Wednesday night to get it in, so you knew what was happening. It was actually passed by majority the next day at the Regional Council meeting.
Yeah, thank you.
Wants to be added.
Yeah. Thank you for your report, Councillor Mackay, on the Regional Committee. Yeah, not getting rid of the Regional Committee, but adjusting it quite a bit.
It means that there will be no zone committee people represented on it.
Correct.
And there will be no territorial. It'll be just really an advisory for council. Really, I think the grunt, in my personal opinion, the grunt should be the zone committee representatives meeting the 3 or 4 times a year. That's where the grunt work should be done. This other thing, I think, is just a committee giving advice to the Regional Council. I'm pleased we haven't got them that sort of thing here at this council.
Thank you. Second, if they've received the Mayor's report. Councillor Brown. Yeah, open for discussion.
Do we need to move that recommendation?
We certainly do. Who'd like to move it?
I'm happy to move that.
For those 3 members to be reappointed or
For the water zone.
yeah, water zone for later on in March. Councillor Lovett.
And I'll second that.
Any discussion on that? If not, all in favour, say aye. Against, carried. Thank you, and the number of meetings there was been a lot, and I'm thinking which ones wouldn't I have done? None. They're all important, and thanks for the councillors who did go where I couldn't, or they asked for you specifically. Specifically, that's good. And noting there that the council meetings next year will commence at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Good. 1 o'clock start, as long as we can get everything in the agenda to be finished by 5. If it's going to be a bigger day, we will start earlier, but the aim is 1 to 5. Fortnightly. I think it'll be a bit longer than that. And you'll see the photo page there, addition. Someone said to me it was a good thing to do, which was very wise of them. So we took a few photos from the year and popped them in there. The toilets and the Brady Bunch and 20mm and etc., which is good. So then I'll just make a few comments for that. I'm thinking of 2020, what a year. We learnt new meanings to words like COVID-19, well, that was a new one, pandemic, levels 1, 2, 3, 4, MIQs, closed borders, stay at home. But over that year, we've accomplished a lot, and I'd just like to mention some of the major things that were accomplished and completed. Pipe under the Ashburton River, completed. Pumping station connected to that pipe, completed. RDR bridges, reinstated, or new bridges for heavy vehicles go over, completed. Ashburton Cemetery extension, completed. New Rakaia toilets, completed. Construction to be let for the library admin building will be completed next week. You're a council that's got on and done things, which is good. Liz, thank you for your role as Deputy Mayor. Much appreciated. Your knowledge and advice is very much welcomed. Thank you, councillors, for stepping in when I'm double booked, and because it's important that the community, the council is represented out in the community. Thank you, Hamish, and your staff for implementing all we achieved. We're taking the glory, but you've made it happen. It's appreciated by us all. And to the people of the Ashburton District, we've had a year to be remembered for good and bad, but we got through it, and I don't think we're looking too shabby at the end of it. There will be challenges ahead, as there always are, but rest assured the team here is doing all it can to deliver what is promised and more. So have a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. Kia kaha. Thank you. And I take that takes us to the end of the open part of business. So we move into committee.
I'll second.
All in favour, please say aye.
Aye.
Carried.